Hey guys, and welcome to my little project so far. Right now I'm building a Spider-Man-esque game, I guess, where you can swing around the point where you throw where your web per se is gonna land. This tree doesn't have the best collision yet. Um, Also not my tree. Yeah. But yeah, basically, as long as I'm above the point, I won't connect to it. I won't have the constraint added to it. So it's only if I'm swinging below it that I will swing around it. Because if you're, for example, falling down here, you wouldn't want to, if I activated it, to constrain me between those 2 points, between that point and the trace start. If it did that, that would basically mean that you would be hanging up there until you fell down there or something. Or there. Instead, I've set that if you're looking upwards, not if you're looking upwards, but if the point that is attaching to is above this point here, this will attach. But I'm also, if this has happened, I start checking for when I'm below it. So when I go below this point, I will then add a constraint. So if we, for example, went up here and added one right there, and then I fell below it, I now have a constraint. I can't move myself around, but if we had movement, we would get the arc that we have here. I also have some targeting enabled, a targeting system, I guess, kind of. It's not really that advanced, but it is. If the higher velocity you have, the more it will add to the height of the constraint. So let's say you're connecting to here with this amount of velocity. You're probably gonna, if you're connecting here with that velocity I had there, that is probably connecting somewhere up there. Now it looks a little bit weird when you're holding still like this, but this is just to make it easier to, when you're in velocity, to get yourself going and to keep yourself going. Because what would happen before is that the point you made, or the point you had to make, would have to be so high that you would have to move your mouse around too much, and you won't be able to control it. This is something that is easily turned off again, and I'm guessing this will be an option that can be enabled or re-enabled with something in the options, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna make it a variable for the options. But yeah, you guys should tell me what you think of it so far. I have a system planned and kind of built for some wall running, but I'm kind of thinking of rethinking that. I'm thinking of rethinking it, man, so that you could just stand next to it and start climbing up the walls, but slowly, not insanely quickly. Problems with this is that I'm not a great animator, and I'm never gonna be able to make the animations for this game, so yeah. If any of you guys have nothing to do, I wouldn't mind. This game is never gonna cost anything, so it's basically just a community project, I guess, if someone wants to join me. But as you can see, it's working out quite well. I still need a constraint that if I'm flying towards something like this, it won't add the constraint until I'm above this, beyond that point. So like, if I'm going like this, I won't be able to constrain myself on this axis right here and get weird results like that. I would just no, because that wouldn't work either. I don't know how to do this. If you guys have any idea how to improve on this, please write them in the comment section below or on the forums where I'll be posting this as well. See you guys next time.